All right, we back live again. Because we ain't done yet. So y'all come on.
6 days after.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cancel it, y'all.
We just had a great interview with the grandfather of Jordan Addison, right?
Yeah.
Who I believe is one of three players that can take this team over the top, can take us over the hump immediately, right? If you put Jordan Addison in this wide receiver group, and like he's not exactly compared to CeeDee Lamb, but I like the way you can move him around. Like you can move, like you don't know what's coming at you with this wide receiver group if we get Jordan Addison, right? A player like him, like Xavier Flowers, or Quinn Johnson, like he's just so movable, man. Like I was watching tape on him earlier, backfield routes, quick slants, quick screens, like love it. Like his run after the catch ability is impressive, right? He's gonna get the NFL nutrition plan and weight room plan going. So he's gonna get a little bigger, right? He's gonna handle that, and I love it, man. I love it.
Yo, people are coming back right now. I gotta tell them the story behind it. The interview was over. The interview was over, and I pressed cancel. But the show part 2, we still got 2 hours, so it's like 1 hour of the professionalism, and then now we got the 1 hour of being ourselves. So Rampage, welcome. Tavis, welcome.
Hey, back to the lounge, baby. We're
Love
back.
is real. I'm glad you guys are here. Jay's over here making like an important call right now.
He's probably talking to Mr. Lee.
Right.
Yeah.
But hold it down. We got Dallas talk to talk about. Let me see here.
Hey, what y'all drinking on? Hey, cheers. Hey, we 6 days out from the draft. It's crunch time.
Hey, look, man. Hey, listen, man. Listen, man. Hey, look, that was Lee. He loved Cowboys Nation. He loved this. That's what it's all about. Hey, shout out to Tavis Banks and Rampage. Love y'all. I hope everybody comes back in because I don't know what happened, but it's okay. It's okay. We back. We still got to talk Cowboys football because we got a draft coming, y'all. We got a draft.
Next play mentality, baby. Next play mentality.
Yeah, man, for real. Most definitely. Okay. Hey, shout out to you, the Lunatic. Yeah, another one, bro. We got to talk Cowboys football. We wasn't done. We wanted to dedicate that for Jordan Addison and what I did for him and just him coming in. Great energy. Great player. And the thing is, the Lunatic, if the board if it comes to us, then I feel as though Dallas, even if you do get Brandon Cooks, even if you do have Michael Gallup, maybe that might allow those guys to play better. The NFL is not for long. That's what it's all about. So you want to bring in difference makers. It doesn't matter what position. Hey, shout out to Hoodlum, bro. What's good, man? Yeah, you didn't miss the last video I made. We did the whole interview with Jordan Addison, bro. Like, he's one of the ones that's vouching. I hope he wasn't in somebody else's group. You gotta be with me, bruh. What you mean? All right, so look. So we gonna get straight to it because we still got some stuff to do, man. We still got work to do on here. Let me go to. I don't know if I put that one picture on here, but it is what it is. I'm not even going.
Hey, so Jason, JC, let me ask you a question though. I know you haven't been big on the trade up scenario, but is there a situation or a scenario where if Jordan falls, let's say past 15, 16, you trade up to go get him?
Man, if anything, I don't know. As much as I love Jordan Addison, I don't know if I would want to trade up to go get him. If he falls to us, all right, that's cool. Big ups to him, I know, but this team has to build all throughout from the defense to the offense. You don't want to miss out on a second round pick, a third round pick, because if you're moving up in the first round, bro, the numbers, I was looking at the numbers, it could take like a second or a third round pick for that to happen. But the NFL, they don't get it right a lot of times. So we'll see how it all plays out with him. Been hearing a lot of rumors when it comes down to Jordan Addison. But as far as trade up, if I was to think about trading up, it'll have to be for like a tackle, like a Paris Johnson out of Ohio State, or do something crazy. If Jalen Carter, that defensive tackle, if he, if it's clean on that side, if everything is good on that side, or a guy like that I like a lot, the Peter Skoronsky, that guy's a beast too. But I wouldn't want to jump too high. But just stay where you at. Just stay where you at, bro. Yeah, he's a beast. He's a beast. Dude's a monster.
All right.
Dude's a monster.
Hey, you know who y'all got me on for real? I'm watching a lot of tape this week. Is my man Darnell White. Like, I like him a lot.
Darnell Wright?
He's my favorite tackle. He's my favorite offensive lineman. Like all these guys, like there's so much position flex now. Like people are learning how to play multiple positions. Like he could play right, he could play left, he could play guard. Someone compared him to a more athletic Ronald Leary. I think it was Vosh, maybe.
Yeah,
that's a good comparison. Like Ronald Leary was a beast. We couldn't afford to keep him, but if you get a more athletic Ronald Leary, like, that's pretty good. If you put him and Tyler Smith on the left side together for the next 10 years, I was talking to Alex. He's a Bucks fan, and he was like, "Yo, like." If he gets to 19, like that's our guy, because they need a tackle, they need offensive line. Bucks.
Yeah, I mean the guy's a very, very good player, but we'll see how the board falls. I mean, right tackle, left tackle. He played a little bit of left tackle, and he was predominantly a right tackle. The guy is stout. That stuff is very important if we're going to beat the 49ers. Let's just call a spade a spade. Beat those playoff teams to get to where we want to go. Because I'm tired of us losing in a divisional round. The time is now. Dak Prescott, the time is now. There are no excuses. I love this team so much, but I am so sick and tired of when we get to the divisional round, we get to the playoffs, and this team is not getting to where they want to go. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. But let's get to something. Hey, shout out to my man Darren. What's good? Hey, yo, they missed they missed a good live stream. We had Lee Gladney on, the grandfather of Jordan Addison. He was just on the last hour. It was a good show. Fireworks, man. That's what it's all about. My man said I'm still at work, but I'm in the building. Let's go. What's good, bro? Shout out to you, man. You already know, man. You already know.
Myself. With the line, baby.
Sorry.
Hey, it was free before 9. Now it's $5 entry fee. Let's go.
I know, right? I know. Right. Look, you know us. When we get together, we gonna throw them up. We gonna throw them drinks up. That's what we do on a Friday night.
Yeah. Let's go.
All the Dallas supporters, don't forget to pay your co-pays, entry fee to get in. You know what I'm saying? So throw a few dollars. Don't put the cash apps on. Throw a few dollars. Throw a few dollars.
Always looking out. Okay, all right. So fresh off the scene, right? So CeeDee Lamb, the Cowboys exercised his 5th-year option. They exercised his 5th-year option. Rob, you break that down for me, bro.
So let me explain to you what a 5th-year option is. It's not just every first rounder gets the 5th-year option, but it's not like every first rounder is going to get that 5th-year option, right? And there's several levels to the 5th-year option as well. There's levels like if you played a certain number of games, if you got a Pro Bowl, if you got an All-Pro, you're going to get that much more money. And CD's obviously been doing his thing. So I think he's going to average like right at like at the top 7-ish wide receivers paid in 2024, right? But the key to Cowboys management right now is getting these players signed up early, like getting their contracts done now. And like I know we extended his 5th year, so that's cool. But all reports are that they're still working on an extension for him to happen this offseason, right before the season starts. They need to get Trevon Diggs signed, right? You can't have Trevon Diggs go 11 picks, right? Then what I think he had a better season this year, and he just shut down that whole left side, right? Or his right side, whatever. Shut down the whole side. So like now, if he puts all that together and gives you like another 8 picks, his money's gonna skyrocket, You got to sign him up now. Like, don't wait, Jerry. Stop waiting for this bargain. Like, it's not a bargain no more to wait. Like, come on, man. It's not business, man. Come on, Jerry. So we need to get these guys done. Him and CD, we need to get done because Big Boy Mike is coming next year, and he's going to demand it all. And he's going to deserve every penny he deserves, and we better not shortball this brother, because he's the franchise
at all. And here's the thing. Hey, shout out to you, Aaliyah. What's going on with you? She says, so basically, CeeDee Lamb is him. Hey, thank you so much for all the love. For some reason, I don't know why, every time I look at my stream, it be showing like your comments be deleted. So I don't be knowing. When I look at back at looking at the videos again, I be seeing your videos, your comments, but then they be gone. I don't know what be going on. But every time you putting some spicy, juicy stuff. So I don't need you to be deleting the stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on over there. Every time, but you know what I'm saying? You always got good things to say. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Much love to you, Aaliyah. She said, so basically CeeDee Lamb is him. The guy is a beast. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to have to figure it out. They're going to have to figure it out. You hurry up and extend this guy. You have to extend him before Justin Jefferson gets paid.
And Jamar Chase.
You know what I'm saying? If you play around with it, because this year, right? I think for this 1 year, he's due $4.5 million. Next year, he's going to be due like $18 million. You know what I'm saying? That's the big boy wide receiver money. But if you keep waiting, it'll be about $25 million.
Yeah. AJ Brown got $85 million.
Yeah. All he needs, let me go here real quick. There it is. Boom. CeeDee Lamb. 107 catches, 1,359 yards, 9 touchdowns, 2-time Pro Bowler. That kind of work right there will get you paid. Straight up. That's just what it is. And we just got to figure it out, guys. We got to figure it out. Let me get this jump back. We got to figure it out. And good player, great player. And yeah, man, it's gonna be big with that, man. It's gonna definitely be big.
To all the haters on CeeDee Lamb, I say to you that he is a bona fide number one. He's been our number one since he's been in the league. Stop talking about Amari Cooper. It's always been about CD. When CD fell to us at 18 in 2020, 19, I think 20. He's been the guy. He's the one that set this offense up for success for the future, short term and long term. CD's now one of the top 5 receivers in the league, and you can't tell me otherwise. It's Devontae, it's Justin, it's Jamar, it's Tyreek, it's CD. Who else is better? Who else is better?
And think about it. Hey, say for instance, Michael Gallup never got injured, and he wasn't ailing through that injury that he had last year. He would have probably had an even better year because these guys were not separating to help CeeDee Lamb out. They were rolling coverage his way, but now you got guys like Brandon Cooks. Now you have to respect both sides of the field. Brandon Cooks is still running a 4-3. He said it in his interview. He was like, "Hey, I'm still running a 4-3." You know what I'm saying? Creating separation is key, bro. It is very key. And CeeDee Lamb and him together, hopefully Michael Gallup can get it together and they go out there and ball out, man. That's why I said, as far as Jordan Addison, I was like, okay, you got to think long and hard about it. It hurt bad because I'm not sure if that's the direction that they will go, even if he was available. That's why I'm not even going to get my hopes up, bro. If he's available, there's a possibility that they still might not go that direction. Right. So when we go live on draft night, you know what I'm saying? It's just please pick them before, please, because I swear I think I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah, we're 6 days out, man. It's crunch time. It's crunch time.
Yeah, big time. Shout out to you, Tavis. He said the front office has not learned. They allow Hurts to get paid and not Dak. They don't believe in him. You can go ahead and hit that, Brad.
It's not that they don't believe in him. It's that he still has 2 years left on his contract, right? The plans are there to extend Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott's going to be our quarterback for the next 5 to 6 to 7 years at least, right? He's going to get one more contract after this because at the very least, that's where the money works, right? Dak Prescott in his 7-year career, like, yes, he's earning $40 million a year right now, but at the end of the day, in his 7-year careers, he's never counted for more than $20 million against the cap, right? So we extended out his money. We basically cut his cap hit this year. We put $22 million in for 2025, right? So that can't be dead money now for your quarterback if you want to have a sustainable football team, right? So they're going to extend him out. Jalen Hurts is going to get 51. Joe Burrow's coming. Justin Herbert is coming. Lamar Jackson eventually going to get his money. Dak is that. So yes, no, but Tavis, you're right. We should just give him his money now because all these quarterbacks are coming. But the Jones don't operate this way. But they are moving a little different this offseason, which I commend them for. Moving a little different, right? They're doing things a little. We're not accustomed to getting a Gilly and a Cooks. Speaking of Cooks, by the way, JC, he just had his first session with Dak Prescott, and Dak Prescott was like, "Yo, this boy fast."
Oh yeah, I know. I saw that.
Dak was like, "Oh, I didn't know we had speed like this," because Dak's never really had the speed guy like that, right?
Yeah,
like CD and like Dez, like those were his best receivers, but they weren't speed, right?
Yeah,
Brandon Cooks take the whole top off the defense.
Yes, and that's very important, bro. You need that because what it does is when you're running that West Coast offense, it's predicated on getting the ball out of your hands early. So they're not going to be, the traditional quarterback. They read deep routes and then check downs. Now with the West Coast offense, they try to get the ball out quickly so it can be check downs quickly, jailbreak screens, slants, out routes. Just get the ball in these guys' hands and let these guys do work. But you want to stay true. You got to stay true to the run game. It's very important. Brian Schottenheimer coming in here when he was with Seattle. Those guys, the reach blocks, getting to the second level, a lot of stretch plays, off balance type plays. That's what you need, man, to keep the defense on their heels. That's what it's all about, man. And hopefully that can take Dak Prescott to that next step, bro.
And this running game, man, our offense is gonna look different. Like, I don't know how in tune you guys are with the run game, but when you're running the game, when you're running the ball at a shotgun formation, it's not the same out of running it out of the quarterback on the center, right? A lot of things differently when the quarterback's on the center because your offensive linemen, they're in an offensive position to fire off the football instead of being in defensive position trying to fire off the football. Right, that's different. We have big dogs up front. We still got Zach Martin. He has more All Pros than he has holding calls. Like, that's amazing to me. Like in his 8-year career, that's amazing. More All Pros than you have holding calls. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So we can still we're gonna get it. I know I'm not with JC on this, but yo, Bijan Robinson, dog.
Oh my God! Hey, look!
I call full circle, brother.
Before we get there, because I don't know, man. We logged out of this live stream. I don't know if it's gonna pick back up, but it is what it is. We logged out of it.
We rocking.
Yeah, but all right. So this is what we're gonna do. Let's see. Hold on, bro. Let's see. I thought I still had this dude on here. I be switching it up all the time. Okay, right here. Bam. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I've been drinking, man. Be patient with me. Okay, there it is. Turnstile. He signed his second round tender. Yeah. Hey, I like this player a lot. I really, really like this player a lot. I remember PFF. A lot of people don't keep up with PFF too much. They don't really believe in their grades, but he was one of the best run blockers last year. I have a lot of respect for this guy. Filling in or replacing La'el Collins, you don't want to go against what they're thinking about when it comes down to the offensive line because they usually always get it right. And I'm so happy. Hopefully he can be able to get healthy. They still have a chance to be able to sign him to a long-term deal. I think it's like July 15th. They still have a little bit of time. But keeping this player at the right tackle position. Don't get so caught up to what Jerry Jones is talking about. I know he's saying left, he's a swing tackle and all that crazy stuff, but Jerry Jones knows that Terrence Steele is a better right tackle than Tyron Smith is. So he has to understand that, and it's going to come down to what they're going to do at the left tackle position. Do you put Tyler Smith at the left guard position, or you keep him at the left tackle position? If you do that, then possibly you can go get a guard. And I do not want to hear, because Jerry Jones did say Walechko has the skill set to play guard, but he has not shown that. So like I said before in the past live streams, this team is not getting any younger. So you don't want to bank on it. What Walechko is going to do.
Who did he say he had the position to play guard?
Walechko. Not saying he's a bad player. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I think he can be good for us, but you don't want to throw all your chips on a player, because every season you come in, you come out, and you get the loafing. You don't win. These guys are getting older. Contracts are dying. You want to make sure you get this right. So if you see a guard there, depending on what they do on that left side, however they do it first round, but you gotta address it some way, somehow in this draft, bro.
So 6 days out of the draft, JC, is offensive line your number one? Regardless of how the draft falls, is it your number one position of priority?
Because for real, let's keep it honest, bro. It's gonna make me feel I'm gonna sleep better at night. Let's all keep it real, Cowboys Nation. I'm gonna sleep better at night knowing that we got a better player on the offensive line. So when we're going to go punch the 49ers in the mouth, when it really matters,
but
that's what it's all about, bro.
What if, and this is a big ass if, because Tyron Smith ain't playing 17 games. What if our offensive line stays intact as it is right now, and that offensive lineman that you draft in the first round doesn't get the clock?
Okay, but that's fine. Let him not get the clock right now, but we know Tyron Smith, his hammy gets torn off the knee bone.
It got torn off the whole knee bone, bro.
The whole knee bone, bro. So the thing is, eventually, we're going to need one of those guys on the offensive line, whether if it's Darnell Wright or however they do it on the offensive line, Osiris Torrance, somebody. We have to have difference makers at the offensive line, because these teams are not scared of the Cowboys. We have to get back to bully ball.
They don't respect us. They don't respect us, and it pisses me off.
And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it, bro, because we used to play bully ball, physical ball. That's what it's all about. When y'all come on this live stream, you know we keep it real. We ain't going to sit here and fingle and finagle and go different areas. We want the trenches. We want the trenches.
Yeah.
I
personally want trenches just on the other side of the ball, because I'm sick of seeing teams run the football down our throat, right? So I just want on the other side. So let me paint you a scenario though. Ready?
Yeah.
Number 26. Dallas Cowboys. Select.
I'm lit.
Bijan Robinson. And then, because I love this scenario either way. Whoever we grab at 26, I love this scenario either way. In the top 10 picks of the second round, we draft up and go get a guy. So let's say a Steve Avila, or no, in the top of the second, Osiris Torrance. If you can get a Bijan Robinson, Osiris Torrance, will that make you happy, JC?
Bruh. Hey, listen, man. I'm over here thinking about that running back, bro. That's throwing me off right now, cuz I'm thinking about Bijan Robinson right now.
Let me ask you a question about Bijan. If you put Bijan on this team, we are considered. It's not a question; it's a statement, right? If we put Bijan Robinson on this team right now, we're considered a Super Bowl favorite, without question. So if you can get a guy like that puts you, like right now we're right here with the Eagles back and forth. You can argue rosters or whatever, right? I'll put my 22 against your 22 any day, right? Landlord from Alabama, what's happening, y'all? I checked out the interview, but I was working. Great job.
Hey,
shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you, man. Hey, listen, landlord. That was my first interview, dog. That was my first interview, dog. I did a good job, man.
He nailed it.
Good job, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we actually know him, and it's so awesome because eventually, this is what I'm gonna do. Because I bang with landlord. If I can get Jordan Addison on the show, regardless of what team he's on, it's gonna be me, you, Jazz, and Rob. What you think about that, bro? What you think? You tell me right now, landlord.
He put the fire signs up.
While he's thinking though, he has a good question. Worst case scenario 26. For you, JC, I feel like it's Bijan Robinson. I don't know. But worst case scenario, who y'all taking with the panel? Who y'all taking?
Man.
I'll go and take it first. Worst case scenario for me is tight end. It's Michael Mayer. That's just because I'm a big time believer in Jake Ferguson. Yeah,
I wouldn't really. Jake Ferguson.
Please,
man, here we go with Jake Ferguson.
Hey, look, here we go.
Landlord.
When your highlight tape is you 6 feet in the air jumping over homie's head with inches to spare, and like look at me mugging at him like, bro, look at this. Like, look at the homie on the right. Like, damn. Look at the homie on the left. Like, man, he got him. Like, come on, man. Like, you whiffed. Yeah. You completely whiffed. You didn't even touch him. And then at the end of that play, he wants like another 15 yards and trucks dude, right?
All right, listen, man.
Listen. I love him.
Okay, worst case scenario, right? All right, worst case scenario. Thanks for that love, landlord. Because worst case scenario segues over to this though, because this is where I want to go. If we were to go Bijan, right? Worst case scenario, we have to think about all situations. I mean, it could be a possibility that he falls right to us and we pick this guy up. So I don't want to sit there and just keep on thinking, oh, we're going to go trenches. We're going to go this. We're going to go defensive line. You know what I'm saying? To be able to battle the 49ers when it really matters most. But what if we did get guys like Bijan? Okay, so let's go here real quick.
Y'all not lit right now? I'm sorry.
I'm lit. I'm lit. All right, so Anthony Bradford, guys, coming out of LSU. He's 6'4", 332 pounds, 4-star recruit who was the number 13 offensive guard in the 2019 recruiting class. He's a massive athlete who plays with great base, who did 34 reps on the bench press at the combine. So this guy is extremely powerful. He is very quick for his size, who timed a 1.66 second 10-yard split, which is very impressive. For my football guys, y'all know that, man. That's quick. Very aggressive who anchors well. From what I saw on tape, he has a solid motor, and once he puts the clamps on you, he has the strength and foot drive to remove you off the line of scrimmage. He played right tackle in high school and both guard and left tackle at LSU. The only thing is he can get back to the technique things. He can get better at the technique things, especially using his hands. He can be overly aggressive, but sometimes aggression is good, but you have to know when to use it. But the only thing is, if you're too aggressive, then that can lead to penalties and all types of crazy stuff, and making mistakes, and people can be able to get to the quarterback if you're not doing the technique things. But they do have a 3rd to a 5th round grade on this player. But if you can be able to get him, Rob, right? If you can get him, if you get a Bijan Robinson, I will be looking to try to go get Anthony Bradford in the 3rd to the 5th round. You have to fill in for that. You have to bring in offensive linemen because it is very important, man. We know with Tyron Smith, with his body, it's not going to hold up. So we got to make sure we got insurance, bro.
So I agree. I like that. If we get Bijan Robinson in the 26, it's immediately back to the trenches for me. It's defensive line, offensive line, right? In the 2nd and 3rd round. And then in the 4th round, hopefully go get a receiver, running back, a tight end, whatever you want, right? He'd be my best case. That's crazy. Who would be your best case? Bijan? Landlord?
Bijan,
Hey, landlord, let me tell you something. Like
landlord like Bijan. Yeah, he like him. Choctaw be going crazy. Hey, Choctaw be what? Choctaw ain't came into my lives yet, dog. He is too funny, bro. Choctaw be cracking me up. He be distracting landlord. Choctaw get in there yelling, dog. I'll be in there cracking up, bro.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Let me tell you something. Like when this whole first thing came out about Bijan Robinson and us drafting him in the first round, I was like, oh hell no. We just got rid of Zeke. We just got rid of the mistake. Like, what are we doing? But then we got Gilly. Then we got Cooks. Then we reconstructed Tyron Smith's contract. Then all reports came out and said Terrence Steele was going to be ready day one. Then we signed Ronald Jones, who we took away his nickname last week here live on the network. We said his name can't be Rojo no more. He don't get Rojo. He's Ronald Jones. Okay. Oh,
that's what HTM said on that live stream when we was on live.
Yeah. Ferguson, Eastside, don't talk to me, dog. Like, don't tell my man's like that, Eastside.
Hey, you know, Eastside always trolling, man.
Yeah. So landlord, like, from then I was like, no, we cannot draft a first round running back. It's impossible, no way. But then we did all these steps, and I'm like, if Bijan puts us in the conversation of top 3 to 4 football teams in the NFL, which I believe he does. Mm-hmm. And imagine, worst case scenario for me, for real, is if the Eagles go.
If the Eagles got who? Bijan?
If the Eagles get Bijan,
hey dog, I'm gonna be mad, bruh. Like,
bro, you be mad as hell. Especially if they get him at number 22, you can be real mad.
I'm gonna be heated out here, guys.
Yeah,
I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna be heated. Shout out.
They have 10 and 30, my fault.
Yeah, you good, bro. Shout out to my man Metrius Adams. I think this is his first time coming in. What's going on, bro? Shout out to you. He said you're obsessed with the Cowboys. I'm glad you got Noah Brown and Schultz. We don't need him. Hey, look, man.
They got Noah too.
They got Noah.
Hey, is a Cowboys fan pretending to be a troll.
Good luck, Eastside.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You're gonna see what bad hands and bout running is all about, bro. Schultz can play for. I ain't gonna disrespect him, brother. Like, Schultz is a good player for us, but he just wasn't explosive enough for me. Especially when I have a man like Ferguson.
I actually like Schultz though, bro. I was one of the guys that actually liked Schultz. You know what I mean? But I just knew that for some reason was just telling me we wasn't gonna sign him.
Right.
But they just got to get it right. Hopefully, with the tight end position, I haven't really seen it from these guys yet. Let's just
are.
Huh?
Oh, I'm telling Eastside Hero. Yes, you are a freaking Dallas fan.
He's definitely a Dallas fan.
Supporter.
Hey, look.
I'll be watching Landlord. I'll be watching Bosch. I'll be watching.
Man, I watch Landlord the most.
And
I watch Landlord the most, man. Mm-hmm. Like, straight up, I'm a little drunk right now, but I watch HTM.
But all I'm saying is that Eastside's always in there.
Because the content creators, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to holler at Landlord, man. We gotta talk, bruh.
He's a Dallas fan.
We gotta talk, bruh. Because it's like, you know, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so ripped right now.
What you drinking on, JC?
Content creators supposed to show love to the content creators.
JC, what you drinking on?
Man, Remy. You already know.
Shout out to Landlord from Alabama. Shout out to HTM Sports. He ain't on here, but he probably on live. I know Loud Nation is probably on live. Shout out to you, Loud Nation. You know what I'm saying? We trying to drag you up in here one day. Who else we got on our
trying to drag him in here.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people on him list. Foots the King is right around the corner, okay? He was supposed
I want Foots.
Foots is from the city. He could be the city from the city.
Yeah, Foots will come. Yeah, Foots will come. But nah, I'd rather the Landlord come on.
All of them just come through, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
Because me and Landlord, we rose together. So
a vibe, okay.
I appreciate y'all, man, so much. Hey, shout out to you, Mr. Kima. He said Jerry Jones wants Bijan for marketing and jersey sales. Hey man, as long as they just got the offensive line right. Because the thing is, here's the thing. This is the thing that why I feel a little weird about Bijan. Even though we broke down the guard that worst case scenario. Well, I'm just saying some people it can be best case scenario, but I'm just saying I just want the trenches so bad. But if we were to get a Bijan, the player is not a bad player. He is not a bad player. He can make a difference on this team. But the thing that I have a lot of questions about is when you get to the playoffs, going against teams that can strap the run. That's the thing. It's going to look good in the regular season. He's going to be flashy. He's going to be doing this. He's going to be doing that. But is this the pick that's going to allow us to take that next step to get to where we want to go? Because we are tired of losing.
But JC, so
it's really simple.
JC, in the 49ers game, we were moving the ball up and down the field. We were doing the damn thing, and that's with Connor McGovern at left guard, right? That's with Terrence Steele not there. So if you add in a Tyron and you add in a Terrence Steele in a playoff game like that, and Tony doesn't get hurt, I'm not sure we lose that game. But like this is the player. This is like the extra horse that you need. Like we're already bringing it. So like for that playoff game, we're down 2 offensive linemen in Tyron and Terrence, right? We were down our starting running back in Tony, right? So we were having Zeke's half a knee ass running behind Connor McGovern, right? And a rookie Tyler Smith and a Zach Martin who's like, bro, can I get some help? Like, who's at my right tackle? Like, what's going on? Like, and Dak was very, 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 very much happy feet in that game. He was just, you know what I'm saying? So I believe, man, like our starting 22, man, I'll put him against any 22 in this league. Now after our 22, you know, but that's anybody though. You know, you start losing starting players. You know,
Coach Marv.
Downgrade.
Go ahead.
Hey, yeah, my man said he's a generational talent in the wrong generation. Hey, bro, I felt that for real because as soon as you said that to me, I just thought about the 2-back system. You know what I'm saying? Now that they have nowadays, he's one of those guys that can be able to tote the rock 20, 25 times. But how many guys are actually doing that right now? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what you mean when you say that he's in the wrong generation. You know what I'm saying? He could be a generational talent, but I just want to know, like, you know, hold on, Rob. I just want to know how good is this player, guys? Like, is he a LaDainian Tomlinson? Is he a Marshall Faulk? Is he a 2016, 2017 Zeke? I'm trying to figure it out because how much better is he than Chase Brown? How much better is he than Jahmyr Gibbs? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to find out. Let me go here real quick. Because I got to give him credit. I mean, number 1 recruit coming out of the 2020 recruiting class, who was a 5-star recruit. Number 2 recruit in Arizona behind Keely Ringo. You guys know that? Keely Ringo was actually in front of him. The cornerback was in front of him coming out of Arizona. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is about Bijan Robinson, 1,900 all-purpose yards and 20 total touchdowns in 2022. 45 plays that he had last year went for 20 or more yards. That's fireworks. The guy is super explosive. But my thing is, does this athlete allow us to take the next step, guys? Because these guys are not getting any younger.
I mean, I believe it's about it. Because like you already answered it. If you put him in Philly's backfield, that's some scary ass. That's some scary ass shit, right? JC, I want to put something out there to think about. The NFL may be moving to have number 1 wide receivers for 5 years, then moving on by drafting wide receivers every 2 to 3 years. Yeah. Yo,
wow.
Athletes are. There's so many wide receiver athletes out there.
We just talked to Lee. His that was a good one too, Jazz. That was a good video.
Yeah, wow.
Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah. Coach Marv, I get you on that. And then we talked about that for a little bit. You know, get your number one wide receiver, right? But then hey, if that's not your guy, like if that's not like your Devontae Adams, your Justin Jefferson, your CD Lamb, your guy, you can recycle those guys. And I feel segue running backs, right? Running backs aren't getting the love that they're going to get, but I think you're going to start seeing. I think you're going to start seeing running backs. Not necessarily. Let me
squeeze into what you got going on right now. Before I'm gonna let you finish real quick, but I gotta squeeze in something spicy because I had to really just let that simmer. Hey, Jazz, I had to let that simmer real quick. So, Coach Marv, are you thinking that we might not sign CD?
Wow.
Because I mean, if you're talking about number one wide receivers, and possibly after their contract is up, every 2-3 years you're bringing in a new guy. Do you think we might go wide receiver or something like that? I mean, maybe they don't. You got to think about guys like Micah Parsons. You got to think about guys like Trayvon Diggs as well.
But guys, this cap is going up every year. Like the cap, we are in a hard cap league, where the cap can be circumvented. It can be circumvented, and the way the Cowboys do contracts, they're always going to be pushing money in the future. We have $50 million in free cap space as of right now for next year. Like that's the most we've ever had.
How much, bro?
50 million, like 49 million going into next year right now, right? With everybody signed, right? Through the end of next year, right?
That's not a lot.
So that's enough. That's enough to get CD. That's enough to resign Dak. That's enough to get Trevon. That's enough to put Micah Parsons on. Give Micah Parsons his deal, right? We got the cap space because of things like cutting Amari Cooper and cutting Lyle Collins and not re-signing Randy Gregory, even though that was a different situation, right?
Yeah. But, shout out to my man, Mr. Kima. Yeah, he said I would like to have Chase Brown. Hey, me too, bro. Me too. It's crazy because my man Coach Marv put me on to a guy like him, 5'9". I mean, the guy is a slice and dicer. And he's one of the most smoothest runners that I've seen in this draft. If you can be able to get this player in the 3rd or 4th round, this is how you be able to build championship teams. To me, that's how I see it. Because not only is Bijan Robinson, he's not the only top tier running back in this draft. That's why I'm so big on interior with the defensive line and the offensive line. It's very, very important. I've seen plenty of running backs that dominated in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th round that was coming out. So if Dallas can be able to get this right, hey, we be cooking with bacon grease, y'all, and that's what it's all about.
Well, JC, let me ask you a question. It's about to be fire, right? Fire.
What you about to smoke? What you about to light up?
What? Imagine Ezekiel Elliott in 2016 being drafted into this team right now with a Tony Pollard, like a bona fide number 1 running back as his backup, right? Imagine that. Imagine not running Ezekiel Elliott 400 times a year to kind of ruin his career a little bit, right? That could be Bijan. I compare Bijan. Remember 2017? You remember the Pittsburgh Steelers? Remember Ben, AB, and Le'Veon Bell, the Killer Bees, right? I compare Bijan to Le'Veon Bell. He's a patient, explosive, big back runner, right? Who can get you all the yards you need. He's explosive. He can catch. He can catch. People say Bijan's not getting enough credit for his catching abilities, right? Because of players like Jahmyr Gibbs, right? All these little scat backs that are just personified better pass catchers, right? Bijan can't catch the rock now, right? Bijan I think just gives us that he's a hump player. He's a get over the hump guy.
Dog, me and you gonna argue about this dog on draft night. I'm trying to tell you, bro. I just feel as though that, bro, I don't even care, bro, because we've been drinking, bro. I don't care about what you're talking about. Hey, bro, it's Friday. Jason, I'm ready to talk trash to you, bro. I'm ready to talk trash to you, bro, because, bro, I'm telling you, we need to go trenches, bro.
Hey, Jazz, what happened?
We're gonna turn up.
Hey, Jay seems like I can't have my girl hear this, right?
Nah, keep her here. Where you at, Jasmine? Get back here, young. What's wrong with you, woman? Shout out to my man, Coach Marv. He said with the salaries. I'm telling you, guys, we got to turn up real quick, man, because we don't go live. Every time we go live, we got to make it special, man. That's what it's all about. All right, so salaries of wide receivers at 25 to 30 million. No team may not sign wide receivers to second contracts because production falls off at 28 to 30 years old. See, that's the thing. So how old is CD? But CD's still young, though. So he's probably like 24, something like that. But the wide receiver position, if you got to go get somebody in the draft, you go get a guy because you got to get guys for Dak Prescott to be able to get open. He needs that. Dak is a beast, but you need guys to be able to.
You're frozen.
Am I?
But hold on. Let me ask this question from Coach Marv.
I'm frozen?
You unfroze now.
Okay. Man, you throwing me off, woman.
Does production necessarily fall off at 28 to 30 years old from a wide receiver? I feel it falls off from more like 30 through 32, right? 33, right? I believe a wide receiver can have a good 9 to 10 year run, right? Depending how good you are, right? Depending on how good you are. Like we're talking about like the that elite 1%.
Yeah, right? He frozen too.
Am I frozen?
Yeah. Nah, but I was just trying to tell you, bro. Yeah, I was trying to tell you, bro, like 24, 25, bro, that's the prime years, bro.
That's what I'm saying. But are you saying CD is not going to be a monster for another 5 years? He's just getting to his prime, I think. He's just finding his
Tom Brady. Just plays here 45.
So yeah, that's quarterback, right? But I believe wide receivers can play a good 21 to 30, 31. Right? DeAndre Hopkins is still considered a top 10 player in this league, and he's about to be 33. Odell Beckham just got $15 million, and he ain't got no ACLs left, right? And he's 33 years old. Or 30.
Well, my thing is, bro, what Coach Marv is saying is the coaches there and organizations they're going to eventually figure it out. They you know what I'm saying? Because look at the age of Odell Beckham. We'll see how he plays out, but I see what Coach Marv is on right now. You know what I'm saying? Some of these players, bro, they be dropping off, but ages 25, 26, I think they're still in their best years. But once they get to like around that 30, 32 range, I'm kind of like on both of y'all side right now because 30, 32, they do drop, as far as their production.
So I'm not disagreeing with Coach Marv, but I'm saying like AJ Brown, he just got a $25 million contract now, right? And he's 27.
He's a beast. I hate the Eagles, but he's one of my favorite receivers, dog. I'm not even gonna hold you. Yeah, dog.
But he also just got a $25 million contract at the age of like 26, 27, right? So I'm saying like teams are always going to be paying for playmakers, right? And as the salary cap goes up every year, and as the market goes up every year, people are going to be getting constantly more money. I'm not worried about this money. Like you can circumvent the cap. Come closer. You can circumvent the cap.
All right, let's get to
Jerry and the Cowboy brass is really good at circumventing the cap. Actually, that's one thing that they do really well.
And she said, man, look at T.Y. Hilton.
Man, look at T.Y. Hey, 30 and 30.
T.Y. Hilton was she talking about age, bro. As far as age.
I'm talking about 3rd and 30. And
hey, y'all mind if I eat this chocolate?
Man, I'm over here trying to look for some pizza.
Hey, look, this is a different live stream, man.
Y'all drunk.
I ate some damn chocolate.
Hey, look. T.Y. Hilton 3rd and 30, Christmas Eve. That was dope. You know what I'm saying? 3rd and 30, and my man Dak with time to him. So, do I want T.Y. back? Not really. Maybe he's better. He'll be better backup than who's the guy that cannot pronounce his name? His last name starts with the F. Vioko. Yeah. He's better than Vioko, right? But is he going to get clock? Hey, maybe. And we need depth. So, bring him back. If he has some chemistry with Dak, you know what I'm saying?
Back. Hey, shout out to my man, Coach Marv. Hey, look. Hey, man. Hey, look, man. I be having such a good time with y'all. Man, it's been a long night, man. I'm ripped. Yeah. I feel good though. But the thing that's so good about it is we be getting punished, but we still have a good football take. That's what it's all about. Because we hold on. We ain't one of those that get sloppy, man. You already know we Iron Man. Yeah.
So Coach Marv said,
inside Jackson, I'm feeling good.
We're not bots. Oh, you private chatted me? Oh, he's like, you good, Jazz? I'm good.
Yeah, you good? Yeah, wake your ass up, shawty.
I'm good.
Wake your ass up, little shawty.
All right,
Hey, shout out to Coach Marv. He said, I'm talking about names. Look at most wide receiver production. Wide receivers are becoming easier to find.
It's not that you're wrong. It's that I'm saying they're all like the top. I'm talking about the top 1%, the top 10 guys. They're all still getting paid. Like Tyreek Hill bounced. He's on his second team now, still getting paid. CD about to get a new contract. Justin Jefferson going to get his contract. Jamar Chase going to get his contract. Devontae Adams about to get a contract. Stephon Diggs about to get a contract. Like Scary Terry about to get his next contract. Like there's levels to this, right? There's levels to this, right? Not that like wide receivers are easier to find. Like there's about to be 4, 5, 6 wide receivers come out in this draft in the first round that can all play. We'll see how they we'll see how they interact with each other. But like everybody's gonna get paid. Like they're all gonna get their opportunities. I agree. Like I agree.
Like, Young Hill get paid.
I'm not wrong either, but it's just
they're getting paid.
Yeah, facts. Shout out to landlord. He said, "I'm not worried about Bijan no more because he won't be there, and if he there, we drafting him for sure. Hey, we might draft him for sure. But here's the thing, though, landlord. Like they got him rated like the top 5 player on the board. So after the first 8 picks go past, he's going to be number 1 on the board. So when you see Mel Kiper's board, I'm just trying to visualize this. When you see Mel Kiper's boards and then the other guy, McShay, all those other guys, after the 8th pick, he's going to be number 1. I think eventually somebody's going to pick him. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's going to pick this guy. But we'll see. But we'll definitely see because just like my man Vach, shout out to Vach, he always say that they always mess it up. These NFL teams don't know how to draft, and that is a fact. That is every time you say that, I'll be like, oh, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts. Yo, they don't know how to draft, man.
Yeah. So let me ask, hold on, wait a minute. Hey, landlord. So, because I don't know, I didn't catch the stream today because it was so much stuff I was doing for Jordan Addison's granddad. There was so much stuff that was going on today. So what do you want, bruh? Like, I don't on your live stream. Like, what do you want out of the draft, bro?
Yo, can you send him a link? Yo, is he willing to come in right now?
Landlord, get on the link.
Come in, bruh. Come in now. Hey, yo, you come to the JC Lounge now. You know, it's a different feel over here, man. Okay, I will bring you in here. Or ATM or West Coast, because I like West Coast too. Yeah. West Coast is the one that inspired me to eat on live stream.
That ice cream cone, it was a wrap after that. It was like, we all just with ASMRs on here. It's gonna be half ASMR, it's gonna be half that.
Yeah, he inspires me, dog. I like I like West Coast a lot because he keeps it real. Like, he don't give a damn about what nobody gotta say.
Nah, but we like that
I'm
too.
still learning this stuff.
He said I can talk.
He said I can talk, but not on video. He probably at work.
That's fine.
Yeah, he at work. Yeah, hey, look, it sucks because he works when we go on live.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Yo, but all right, yo, moving forward.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get off this.
Hey, where you going, shawty? Hey, what you doing?
My children want love from me, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, give him love, honey.
Hey, what's the all right, JC? What's the craziest movie you think you're gonna see on Thursday night? They're like, oh, surprise! Oh, damn! Like,
you talking about with our Dallas Cowboys?
No, just with anybody. We could talk about the whole draft because the whole draft does affect us now.
I think two things could possibly happen that I've been thinking about. I think that guy, the quarterback from Florida, Richardson, he might go early. He might go earlier than expected because, you know, it's so hard to find quarterbacks in this league. Somebody could possibly take a chance on him.
He might go number 1.
That'd be crazy because I don't think that's happening. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's happening.
You heard it here first. He might go number 1.
And running back, linebacker, Will McDonald. I'm thinking Will McDonald might be one of the guys that might get picked early. It's going to surprise people. For some reason, he just has the length. He has the athleticism. You know, teams love that. They love those type of players. He could be one of the guys that might catch us off guard. And, yeah. We said the dumbest move in NFL is to pay TP $10 million to draft Bijan. Send me a link, JC. Oh, yeah, you can get the link, Coach Marv. Oh, yeah. Hold up, man. But I got to get from here. I got to get your email. Bro. Send me your email. Send me your email on my phone, bro, through Twitter.
So when I bring
it on here, we can talk about it.
Yeah. One of my craziest moves, why you get Coach Marv set up. One of my craziest moves is
because Coach Marv about to get your ass, cuz. He about to get your little goof ass, cuz. Yes, sir. He's coming for your ass.
Come on, Coach. Hey, Coach and captains have to have this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Coach and captains have to have this conversation. But, hey, yo, so the crazy move for me, though, you might see.
Send me the link.
You might see the Texans trade back because I don't believe they're a quarterback away. And,
I should have put. My bad, bro. Go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead. And D'Amico Ryans has a 6-year contract, so like he has some time, right? Especially with Caleb Williams coming out next year because they're going to suck again next year, right? So you know they got a chance at Caleb Williams. So why not trade back? You know, build the house. I'm definitely a build the roster first type of guy, then insert the quarterback, right? But I understand the other way of living too, but that's just the way I'm living. And then, watch out for Miami to trade back into the first round because they already lost their first. That's actually a question for the for the group. Are they allowed to trade back into the first round because they lost their first round? Can they give up picks to trade back in? I'm not sure about that. So, but if so, watch out for Miami to come up, make a move. They could use a Bijan Robinson, like Bijan, like to protect Tua. That could be. I won't put any thoughts in the head, but that could be big.
That could be huge. I sent you the link. Bro. See if you see that, jump. See if you on there, so we can talk it, man. Glad you told me that. You know what I'm saying? That was clutch. I sent it to you though, bro. But yeah, man, it's definitely gonna be good. Like a lot of things can happen in this draft, but it's gonna be so lit. It's gonna be so lit. But I just don't know which direction we're gonna go. Some people are talking tight end, even though I just want to make this clear. Like tight end is not number one when it come down to me. Like that's just what it is. Offensive line, defensive line. But you know that I like guys like Michael Mayer. That is one of my guys that I really, really like because it's one of the safer picks. And you know this guy was a captain. You know Dallas Cowboys. You pick up guys like Jalen Smith, who was a captain for Notre Dame. You pick up a guy like Zach Martin, who was a captain for Notre Dame. That stuff really matters. You got to pay attention to things like that, man. It's huge. It's huge. Hey, shout out to my man, Coach Marv in the building. What's up, baby?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing, man?
All right.
Man, doing good, brother. Doing good.
Sir.
Hey, man.
Hey,
check this out, man.
Hey, yes, sir.
If the Cowboys had any thinking of before this all started that they were going to draft a running back or a Bijan Robinson would drop to them, or there's no way in the world they would franchise tag Tony Pollard. Because listen, if you draft Bijan in the first round, right, which they may, it's still gonna hit your cap because he's a first round draft pick of probably about $5 million because he's a first round pick, right? So you still paying what, $15 to $16 million for running backs?
Mm-hmm.
And the craziest thing I hear when people talk about Bijan, we forget about in the NFL all the big plays Tony Pollard has made.
Mm-hmm.
Just not talking about college. He's a play to make. And listen, I don't think he's a 20 carry guy, but I don't think the Cowboys with Oppenheimer has never had a bellhouse, running back. After they moved on from Marshawn Lynch, they went to a running back by committee, and I think that's where the NFL is at right now. And yes, it's a lot of hype because of Bijan because he's from Texas. He's a Texas guy. He's the University of Texas, and you know how Cowboys, even though he's not from Texas, but you know how the Cowboys love everybody from a Texas school. They bring in for workouts. That's how that works. So it's they're going to cover their guys because they're in that frame of mind of a college frame of mind like Jerry is. Always stay homegrown. Okay, so I don't see it bringing that guy in, and he's not going to get the production that you want him to get because you're going to give Tony Pollard a lot of carries because they're not going to just take a guy they're paying $10 million and say we're going to use you sparingly because we drafted a guy in the first round. That's not going to happen.
Yeah. So who will start though? If you was to pick up a guy like Bijan Robinson, right? Does Bijan start or the $10 million guy that you franchise tag start?
Well, what team franchise tag a guy don't start it?
You see what I'm saying? So if you pick up a Bijan,
what's the reason franchise tag a guy and you're not going to start him? That would be the dumbest move in the history. And the reason why the 3-letter and the 4-letter network pushes this and all this, because they want you to make dumb moves like that so they can come back and say, and then
Stephen A could be doing the same stuff that Stephen A do. What you gotta say, Rob?
There's other good running backs. Listen, I sent you Chase Brown. Chase Brown is probably one of my top running backs. You talking about the guy Spears. When you talking about doing all kind of things and putting up numbers, these guys put up the same type of numbers that Bijan put up, but Bijan came in there with the most hype.
Hey, landlord, I got this.
But
shout out to Double R too, man.
Landlord, I got this. Don't worry about it.
So you're talking about guys that if we talk about at the University of Illinois, we talk about Chase Brown. Put up 1,600 yards, but he was the only thing on their offense. So everybody knew he was going to get the ball, but he carried the ball a multitude of times. And
no fumbles, right, Coach Marv?
No fumbles. Bellhouse, Spears. There's other running backs that you could get into the third round that's probably going to be beneficial to your team because you have Tony Pollard there, right? So that's why I think it's more hype than substance. But it would be. I think we would think. I know it's a lot of hype because we want those splashy players, but to get a wide receiver or to get a running back at the number 1 pick when you do not have a starting left guard right now will be a travesty.
Hold on, Rob.
To your team. You can't tell me who the starting left guard. Now listen, we can say Tyron here, but Tyron, we know Tyron. Listen, when a team gives you a contract that's that incentive-lated to Tyron, they already know that you're not going to play all year long.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. He ain't playing 17 games.
No.
And it was just so happen he came back at the end of the season, but very well this could have happened in week 4, and he would have never came back for the season. Right? So you don't know if you have a starting left guard, and you're going to go, and then you got to, which I think still is your best young tackle. He's the best tackle there, but you still don't know how he's going to recover from the knee surgery. And I believe the Cowboys are already under the deception of saying we tried the 9-month thing with Gallup. We tried the 9 month. We tried less than 9 months with Cox. Neither one of them really worked out because both of them had problems during the year because we rushed them. we want to be in the point that we're not going to rush Steele back in 9 months. We might push it out to 10 to 11, which will bring him back in the middle of the season. And then we got to get him up to speed at that time. So that's too much if stuff in your offensive line to draft a wide receiver that's going to be a third wide receiver or a running back who's going to be a second running back.
Yes, doesn't make sense. So my question for you is like, so as far as guys like O'Cyrus Torrence, as far as guys like Steve Avila, how do you feel about those guys and the guy Anthony Bradbury in the 3rd to 5th round? Where do you feel like with those guards? Do you think those guys have a 1st round grade, or you think those guys are 2nd round talents? Because with NFL teams, they only have like 15 to 16 1st round grades on every draft board, every NFL team.
Let's think about this. The guy they drafted last year, Tyler Smith, didn't have a 1st round grade, right? But we see he was a 1st round player, right? Now, my breakdown of the player, I want a guy. I think the Cowboys are high on guys with position flex. I'm not really high on the Cyrus Torrence because of this. He got power because he gives you no position flex but one position, and that's guard.
He weighed over 400 pounds at one point.
Right, and it shows in the inside rush. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but I wouldn't draft him because I think he's only a one side, one position guy. Avila from TCU, I like him because I think he'll be a better center than he'll be a guard.
Rob don't like Avila too much.
He's a better center than he is a guard.
I think at center he could be a good football player. I don't like him at guard. I do not like him at guard. At center, though, I think he's better than center. He's better than Biotish for sure.
Yeah.
I love him at center actually.
Biotish is better because Biotish is more athletic. Because Biotish can pull. He can do that. I don't think you'll get that out of Avila, but I think the power you will get out of him, and you have to think about the Cowboys doing that because Biotish is up for contract. And they're not paying big money. If they can get away with not paying big money at center, so that position makes Avila a more attractive thing because he can play guard and center. Now, after that, I'm looking at the tackles that can play guard or center. Now, how on my board, and you can look at film study on that, and sometimes we get into the height, but the film study on Matthew Beerjohn from Syracuse. Just check out his film study at the Senior Bowl. Mm-hmm. Outstanding playing at left guard and played left tackle at the Senior Bowl. Played on the right side. When he played on the right side when he was a freshman in college. So he done played multiple games on the right side of Syracuse. He done played left guard. He done played left tackle. He's a power player. Mm-hmm. You could slide him in and guard.
That's important.
Tyler Smith out there at tackle, or you got that position flex where now you don't have to carry as many linemen, and you can keep your best 5 if one person get hurt because you can move guys around. Because I think a lot of people don't think the NFL moves a lot of linemen around. That happens in every team. Teams move linemen around all the time. That's their job. That's their job description. You're not in the NFL if you can only play one position on the offensive line. That's not how you're gonna be in the NFL. And you got to be able to be with a 53-man roster. You got to have some flexibility in your offensive line. So I'm looking at guys that play tackle, that can play guard. But if they would just go and get the best lineman, that I think will be the most generational dominant lineman, that's DeJuan Jones.
DeJuan Jones
will be a generational lineman.
Yeah. That's a big boy. That boy's a freight train. Shout out to freight train.
What do you think about Darnell Wright, Coach Marv?
Darnell Wright is my second guy. The only problem I have with Darnell Wright, I think Darnell Wright would be is my second best tackle because of his physicality. The problem I have with Darnell Wright, and you can see in that picture there, he is straight-legged. His bend in his knees are not as what I would want them to be. and you can see that a lot on film. I think he just deals with his power, up top power. He's a very good tackle. I think his nastiness would be an asset. I don't know if his help him play guard, because at the guard position, that knee bend and being able to come out of that 3-point stance is pivotal in playing guard, because you got to have that knee bend more at that playing with a low center of gravity when you're playing guard, because you're in a small space and you don't want to stand up and get pushed back into the quarterback face. Because at tackle, you can give a little ground. At guard, you don't want.
Yeah, that is a big.
So if we drafted Darnell Wright, you put him at left tackle and Tyler Smith at left guard.
You could put him at left. You could put him at left tackle, and you could put Tyler Smith at left guard.
What would you do?
I would put him at left tackle and put Tyler Smith at left guard, because of the fact. My thing is this: Tyler Smith is probably gonna be an all-pro guard. Tackle.
That's what I said.
Tackle. He could be.
He'd be a Hall of Famer guard.
Yeah. I think when we drafted Tyler Smith, we wanted him to play left guard next to Tyron Smith. We didn't know his whole hamstring was going to rip off the knee bone, but we wanted Tyler Smith to play left guard and be the all-pro left guard. So if we draft Darnell Wright, he has a position flexibility. We can figure that out later. So I like that. I like that move.
Well, the only thing, if we're going back to Tyron Smith, the thing with Tyron Smith still plays well. The only thing I think with Tyron Smith, age, not just his age, but his body and his health has stopped him being what we call a nasty physical lineman. He is now more can work with his mindset and positioning. But that hurt us in San Francisco game, because he was not the mauler that he was when he was younger. That's why, see, younger guys can be physical and finish guys off and dive into piles. Older guys are not diving into those piles. They try to stay off the ground. They're not trying to do anything extra, because their bodies can't take that. So that's when you get a younger line. They're nastier, they're more vicious, and that's where you get more physical play. Not saying Tyron is not a good lineman, but he's more of a liability in the run game than he is in the passing game. Right. That's why your run game fell off. Even though you had two Hall of Famers on the same side, it fell off because Tyron wasn't that guy like Steele that goes out and maul people. Right? Yeah. Guys and finish blocks.
All right, so Coach Marv,
as far as the draft, what is something that you do not want to happen coming up in this draft, Coach Marv? We know you want offensive line, but what is something that will literally piss you off if we go this direction in the draft?
Well, two things.
Besides quarterback, though, I know we not. I don't think that.
Well, running back I'm putting in order of the positions that would really get me mad. Running back, tight end, wide receiver.
You said running back, tight end, wide receiver.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Jordan Addison's granddad, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm not sure we'll go that direction, but it was good to have him on, brother. Really good to have him on.
Hey, Coach Marv. Good question, JC. Rapid fire. I'm gonna come at you a bunch of questions right now, right? Imagine Ezekiel Elliott is in this draft and you could draft him at number 26. Don't you think that'd be a great asset to have with Tony Pollard? And number two, wouldn't you start him over Tony Pollard coming in this draft right now? Take 2016 draft, Zeke, right now. Would you do it?
I would have to if I drafted him number 4 in the draft.
No, number 26. And he's there. And he has the same height.
No.
Well, if you said you're going to draft him at number 4, you're going to draft him
because he's thinking about Tony Pollard, bro.
Let me answer. Hold on.
Talent-wise, I'm going to start him.
Yes.
But I'm not, if I tagged him, right? Tag Pollard, there's no way I'm starting the guy and I'm tagging him as the one that high. When you tag a guy, you paying him at the top 3 average salaries in the league. Why would I tag him? And I feel that special about him to start somebody else. They'll start the next year, but for that 1 year, Tony Pollard will be starting because
So I can answer that for you, Coach Marv. We started Zeke last year, even though we knew Tony Pollard was the better running back. Right?
Well, I beg to differ. If you take Tony Pollard long runs, which they come in here, which raises his yard per carry. If you look at the last 5 weeks of the season, Tony Pollard was averaging just about as many yards per carry as Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh, no doubt. I agree.
But what I'm saying to you is this. I think people don't understand this. Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott made each other. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say it like this.
Big.
Tony Pollard helped Ezekiel Elliott be as productive as he could be. If Ezekiel Elliott doesn't get hurt and play 17 games, Ezekiel Elliott runs almost 1,000 yards. He had 875 when missing 2 games. He's going to get another 100 yards in probably 2 games. So he's going to run for 1,000 yards. But also, Ezekiel Elliott helped to take the load off Tony Pollard so Tony Pollard could be a franchise type player.
Right. But Coach Marv, that's what I'm trying to say. A player like Bijan Robinson would take that load off of Tony Pollard. I don't care who starts. All I want is even carries, and I don't want my $10 million running back who I just gave a franchise tag to who I might want long term, who's coming off a broken leg, who's never been shown to carry the ball over 20 times a game, who's not my bell house running back. Right. I don't want him to have that overload, and I don't want my first round rookie running back that I would want hopefully longer than 5 years. Ezekiel Elliott, 2016, we obviously crushed his whole career running him 400 times a game or 400 times a year. With Bijan Robinson, putting Bijan Robinson and Tony Pollard together, you give them both 15 touches a game each, right? I think that saves both of their career, right? And I believe that gives us the best.
Get healthy, Tony Pollard. Get healthy, man. That's just very, very important.
Yeah,
that's just
you gotta understand. I think a lot of people get enamored with the flashy runs. There was a lot of carries in there that Ezekiel got 4 yards. Tony Pollard got 1.
That's what I'm saying. So
Bijan is not the runner that Ezekiel Elliott is in the power category.
No,
that's real thing.
Hold on.
Nah, I agree.
2022 Zeke is not as powerful as 2023 Bijan Robinson.
No, I think he's talking about 2016. You're comparing young, right?
Yeah.
I still don't think that Bijan is a good enough power runner as what Zeke was, bro.
But all I'm saying is that
Ezekiel Elliott ran. If you telling me if we watch the first 5 games of this season when Ezekiel was totally healthy, we wouldn't. If that would have kept on, we wouldn't even be talking about Bijan Robinson.
It was very good.
But when he was hurt, he still got tough yards.
Hey, y'all want to do a mock draft real quick before we get out of here?
Yeah, hold on, JC. Hold on.
Nah, because we running with time right now, bro.
Yeah. Hold on one second.
What you thinking? What you thinking right now, bro?
I would love to do a mock draft, but hold on. I want this with Coach Marv real quick, right? Mm-hmm. Yo, Coach Marv, Ezekiel Elliott is a player who ran for 12 touchdowns last year and ran for 13 or 14 first downs, right? Like, you got to love that, right? I always said Tony Pollard is nothing without Zeke because Tony Pollard has not carried the ball over 20 times, except for one time in the Green Bay game. And in overtime, he was like, yo, get me off this field. I believe we need a running back. I know it's not going to be Bijan Robinson is not going to 26, right? So this is all hypothetical, right? He's not falling to 26. But if you put those two cats in the same backfield with this O-line, with Dak, with our receivers, with this defense, this is – do you not believe Bijan Robinson is an over-the-hump player?
No.
Do you not believe he's an over-the-hump player?
No.
Okay.
Because you get Bijan Robinson probably with the right fit, you can get that with 5 or 6 running backs in this draft. I think we watch Bijan Robinson, but if you watch the other top backs in this draft, you'll be like, wait a minute. These guys are just as good, but who got the most hype?
Who would you compare Bijan to in the rest of the drafts?
You got McBride. You got
that's the guy from I forgot what school he's from. McBride, Florida.
UAB.
Yeah, UAB. Yeah, Birmingham. Yeah, got you. There's some running backs in the draft, man. It's definitely some running backs in the draft, and it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna definitely be good. So, all right.
Draft?
Yeah, let's do a mock. Let's do a mock real quick before we get out of here. First time you've been on here, that'll be awesome. We can just all tackle it together for real and just talk about it. We can break it down. We can just do 4 rounds. Yeah, 4 rounds would be great. Yeah, that'd be good. 4-rounder would be good. All right.
Well, I've got to tell you the other thing. Right quick, I'm gonna tell you the other thing that will make me upset. If we trade up picks to get one player and lose a 3rd round or a 4th round pick to get one guy, that will upset me too.
That's what I was talking about when I was talking to Lee about, man. I just want us to just stand pat and just draft. Just draft. You don't want to miss out on guys. This team has to get better at all positions, man. I don't care. Defense, offense, whatever. We have to just stay there. You can be able to find talent. I think somebody will be able to fall to us on the board that can be a valuable pick for us. You know what I'm saying? That can make a difference.
Coach Marv, are you a Jake Ferguson fan?
Great question.
Yeah.
Great question.
Yeah, I am. Because we can't evaluate. We evaluate these guys saying that they're not good, but they only had 36 targets combined. And they caught 85% of those.
And the rookies have had 0 targets combined.
No, the rookies, the 2 rookies.
No, but I'm saying
last year. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
Coming out. Right. Yeah.
36 targets, and they caught 85%, and they flashed, and they had some flash in those 36 targets that they caught.
Hey, show the Jake Ferguson picture.
He got 17 targets.
Hey, yo, Coach Marv, preach. I'm a big Jake Ferguson fan. I don't want Michael Mayer. Like, look at him. He's hopping over the whole dude's neck.
Hendershot would have been drafted. He didn't get in trouble in college.
He got in trouble?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yo, they say Hendershot's the more athletic one too.
Right.
Yeah. And they're both more athletic than Dalton Schultz. Were you a Dalton Schultz fan?
I was a Dalton Schultz fan for what Kellen Moore wanted, what he wanted to do. Dalton Schultz was here because they allowed Kellen Moore to say who he wanted on his offense, and Dalton Schultz was his guy. That's who he wanted, and he didn't want Mark Cooper.
Yeah, but I like Dalton Schultz.
That's just point blank. He didn't want Cooper, and he wanted Dalton Schultz. And as soon as Kellen got out the door, they said, "Okay, you was his biggest supporter." And they asked McCarthy, "Do you want him?" And McCarthy said, "No, I want to go with the guys we got, and we may draft the guy. That's what I'm gonna go with." And that was the end of the story. Don't even need to offer no contract. Let him walk.
Let him walk. Let him walk.
Facts. All right, let me get to. All right, yep, we're gonna do a quick mock and we're gonna wrap it up. All right, let me get to it now, y'all. All right, man, we in the war room, y'all. Let's go. I can't see y'all, but it is what it is, man. I can hear y'all. Because I'm on the screen. CJ Stroud. Do we really believe CJ Stroud's gonna go number 1? I need some chocolate, man. I need some chocolate, man. We're about to draft. I need some chocolate in me.
Somebody released some information on CJ Stroud, and it might have been some information from a team that's down the list that put out something that's because they wanted to drop to them. Sometimes these rumors come out from teams that, and they put that out there so they can drop to them.
Right. Hey, would y'all flirt into doing a trade? Like, do you guys trading back pick 26 for pick 35, and our pick 244, and then the 2024 second, and we can just move on.
Let's go. If I was going to trade back, it will be no more than 5 picks back, and I need a 3rd round pick.
Well, you trading back 11 on this one, bro, and you're getting back.
And that 2nd round ain't going. And the next year, I don't care nothing about that. But if
I don't care nothing about. Hey, Coach Marv, are you with me in saying that this is a win now, must win season, win now season? I don't care about next year. I don't care about next year's draft.
The only thing that's gonna make us win right now, right? If we draft a lineman to come in here and start. Everything else we don't need to win right now.
So we rejecting this.
Yeah, we
flat out.
Yo, I just want to point out a couple things that happened.
Look at this, Rob. 26, and then we trade back to 39 for the defensive tackle Brown. What you think? Actually like him.
Accept.
You want to accept that?
No. If it's happening, not for this purposes. But I would take him. I would take Derek Brown in the 39th pick for the 26.
Yeah, Derek Brown.
And you can get there's ballers in the second round.
I feel as though I can still find some good talent with the 39th pick. But I mean, we can move on. But I just want to put that out.
If you're gonna get Brown, I'll accept that.
If we're gonna get that,
you want to try that? Y'all want to try that and see what we're gonna do with it?
I don't know. The Cowboys not gonna do that because of Brown's salary, and he about to come up on the on his last.
And how old is he? And he's a 3 technique, right? And how old is he?
No, he's in his first. He's a rookie contract.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would do that. I would do that.
Out of Auburn, yeah. I think he got 1 more year left. I think he's in his. So I would do that. But
I would do that,
and you could play him at one.
That's actually a big time move right there.
That's actually really a big time move, and then that shapes out the draft for us. Okay, y'all want to do that real quick?
Yes, sir. So before you hit accept,
let's do it.
Before you hit accept, I just want to point out a couple things.
I just hit accept, bro. My bad, bro.
That's good. That's good.
Jordan Addison went to the Steelers. Bijan Robinson went to the Chargers. Quentin Johnson went to the Giants.
I don't know why it's not. Why is I accepted it, but it's not? It's trying to tell me to pick with 26 for them.
Oh, so
they put me at the 39th. I don't know why I did that, but
you got to hit restart.
No, restart means that we start the whole.
No, just hit.
If I hit restart, that means I restart the whole draft. I think I have to draft for Carolina now.
Just pick any player.
Yeah, I'll just pick like Nolan Smith or something. I don't know. I mean, they might be on the board. They might be.
Pick Michael Mayer for him.
All right. I just.
Yeah, pick Michael Mayer for him.
Yeah.
We're not drafting him. Yeah,
we drafted him, Coach Marv. I don't want him.
Oh.
All right. Yo, Zay Flowers in the second round. That's crazy.
All right, so we backed up. Okay, we ain't trading nobody right now. We good. We rejecting that.
This very low up, boy.
Yeah, they trying
Jones too.
All right, so what we looking at, y'all? Since we got a guy like Derek Brown at the defensive tackle, that can probably hold us off for another year or two. You know what I'm saying?
Let's look at our lineman to get us. Let's get our starting lineman here.
Osiris.
Okay, so at the offensive
look at
tackle,
the O-line. Yeah, go to the O-line offense and look at your tackles and your guards and see where you're at.
Either Cody or
we do have guys like Cody Mock. You know what I'm saying? I think you did.
Here I would draft Bijan in all day long because I get 2 positions.
You draft two, sir?
I'll draft a Matthew Bijan right here at number 90 and get 2 positions.
Matthew Bergeron.
I'll draft Bergeron right here, and I'll get 2 positions, and I'll get 2 positions for a long time. And on both sides of the ball, on both, I can get 2 positions on right and left tackle and right and left guard.
So you think that he's a better player than a guy like Cody Mock, player that can play the same? He can play some guard too, right?
Yeah, but he looks bad at guard. When he's better than Cody Marv, and definitely better than the Georgia guy. He's your best. Jason Duncan right under him is a developmental guy. Maryland, I think he's got the best feet at tackle in the game. But for a guy that can be position flex, where I can get him at guard and tackle and has experience of playing on both sides, you can't beat that because he could potentially be your Zach Martin getting hurt. He could potentially be your right guard.
Man, so you said Matthew Bergeron, like, man, this is the type of move right here. As an owner, you gotta get this right or you'll get fired.
But you draft him. He's not a first round pick. You draft him in the second round. So
So
that's
because I'm thinking like Cody Mock.
first round.
Yeah,
But
I'm thinking like Cody Mock.
You're not taking him in the first round.
Yeah,
You
Okay.
You already got a first round pick in Brown. Basically, what you did is got a first round pick in Brown. So you picking him in the second round. So that's not really, you're not really reaching there. But you are getting the need done, because if you don't get your lineman here now, the next pick you may not have no lineman.
Oh nah, yeah, definitely not. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's imperative.
AJC,
so is the picking? What you think, Rob? You the last one on it, Rob?
No, AJC. So look, we heard from the coach. We heard from Coach Mike McCarthy who he wants. Will McClay is going to get Osiris Torrance, guard, Florida, 337 pounds, hasn't given up a sack in 3,000 snaps. Powerful dude. You put him next to Tyler Smith, and you're rocking and rolling for the next 2 years, like for the next 10 years. I'm sorry, like that's just me.
But keep in mind, we're about to pick again at 58. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that we can be able to catch a Matthew Bergeron at the 58th pick if we need to, but we'll miss out on Osiris Torrance if we don't draft him right now.
That's been one of our favorites since
I would say this. Only reason I say Matthew Bergeron, if you watch the tape on both, you would probably be saying Matthew Bergeron. I'm telling you. Now the hype says, if you go on my Twitter and just watch the Senior Bowl practices with Torrance was there too, everybody you would say Matthew Bergeron.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I trust you,
I'm
Coach.
just saying.
I trust Coach, man. That's why it's kind of hard, but we gotta figure this out. But
yeah,
I
as long as you draft a lineman here, that's fine. If you want to go,
it's really like whoever you like.
Let's just see how it shapes out. Let's just go ahead and go.
Give me a start left guard now.
Because I want to see how Bergeron falls if we don't draft him.
He ain't gonna fall. He's not gonna fall. He ain't gonna be a 58. I can tell you that.
He's not gonna be there 58.
I think he'll be 58. I think he'll be 58. I got him getting the 58, cuz.
I got to be there 58, cuz.
Yeah. All right, so it's a pick, man.
I just don't want to draft lineman back to back. I'd rather do one.
No, I would. So Coach Marv, question.
But I heard on some guys on their live streams, they've been talking about double dipping, bro.
So I was going to ask you.
If we don't,
I was going to ask you.
First and fourth round or fifth round, that's where I would go with lineman.
So, Coach Marv, what is your position to double dip? For me, it's interior defensive line. For you, it's
right. I'm going guard. If I get a guard tackle, and then I get a guard center, that's where I'm going at.
Your facts. Me too, bro. Me too. All right, let's keep it moving, y'all. So we go.
Osiris.
Pick is in, bro. Pick is in.
Osiris.
All right. So we're gonna go with Osiris Torrance. All right, let's watch and see how this board falls. Let's watch and see how this board falls.
John Michael Smith. What's y'all's take on that? John Michael Smith.
Oh, very good player. Only a center. Some people think he could be guard. He was on that tape too at the Senior Bowl. Did a very good job.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. I had to go back to the main screen. My bad.
Yeah,
all right. So, I feel as though with the guard that we're getting, this is a guy that is super, super strong. I'm a little concerned about the 400 pounds. I mean, he's about 337, I think. Very physical guy. We want to be able to change the culture around here, man. That's what it's all about. If we're going to be able to take that next step against guys like the 49ers, the Eagles, whoever we're playing in the playoffs, we got to go get offensive linemen. And I feel good. This type of player right here makes me sleep good at night. Hasn't given up a sack in 3,000 snaps. I think he transferred, right? Wasn't he with Michigan at one point, Coach Marv?
No, he was with a smaller school. He transferred.
A smaller school, okay. It was one of them schools, but this draft on the offensive line, I think by us making that decision, I think we're going to feel good about this 58th pick coming up because your guy, Matthew, is still on the board, Coach Marv. So I'll let that simmer on that.
No, we could go. You can't. I'm not saying that we need to go double up on the offensive line because you need now to look at. I would look at your wide receiver as well as your running back position now.
What about linebacker, Coach Marv? What about linebacker? We're very
listen, I have been on that wall for the longest that the LVE, we should replace the LVE. If you draft the linebacker, if he plays well, they ain't gonna play him anyway. But yes, I would draft. I'll draft. If you go to linebacker, if you go to linebacker and look at the linebackers, I can tell you my pick.
Oh my God, Sanders is still available.
The pick is in.
Oh my God.
What you feel about Drew Sanders?
Drew Sanders is not my top linebacker. I think.
Henley's good too. And I like Noah Sewell.
Drew Sanders is more of a rush guy, and I need a thumper. I need somebody to be a straight up hitter. I got a lot of speed on defense. I need a tone setter at our linebacker position that's really gonna knock people out.
Yo, Noah Sewell.
Hey coach, we gonna believe you on this one, coach. We gonna ride with you on this.
Best linebacker, he might not be on there, is the linebacker out of Cincinnati. He might have been drafted already.
Who's that?
And I don't see him in the top of
what
the
do you feel about Noah Sewell?
Oh, Ivan Pace?
Too slow.
But he's a
thumper. Cam Jones is my linebacker. Check the film on Cam Jones. Now, if you want a hitter, go on down, move down. If you want a hitter and you want a guy that can play the slot, knock you out and can play the slot. Watch the film on Cam Jones, and you'll think he can play Dan Woodson type guy that can hit.
Who's his player comp?
You know something? I would compare him to Dan Woodson
because
he plays slot.
Oh man, wow.
Or maybe like a Roquan.
No, I think Roquan can't do. He can't cover the slot. I'm talking about if you watch the tape on this guy, when he lines up at the slot to cover the slot, he looks like a safety, but he strikes as a linebacker, and he got some size to play linebacker.
JC, go to interior.
I'm hard pressed right now, man, because that's hard for me, Coach Marv.
Look at your running back. Let's see if your running back is on the board, JC.
Okay.
See if your running back on the board.
Zach Charbonnet right there. Okay. Zach Charbonnet, I would love to pair with Tony Pollard.
Zach Charbonnet.
Very good guy. Charbonnet, I would pair Charbonnet. Look at listed running back. Charbonnet. I wouldn't Charbonnet, Kendrick Miller, and of course I like Chase Brown, but Charbonnet, Kendrick Miller, Chase Brown, and what's the guy?
I like A-Chain too, but
and the guy at TCU.
I like A-Chain.
He's too similar to Tony. He's a little scat back.
But I would if the way we're doing this draft right now, I'm not sure if I would go out there and go out my way and go get a running back right now. I would just stay true to what y'all talking about. Defense. Look at how the board is falling right now with the running back position. I'll wait. Let's get the other things right first.
Yo,
running backs are good. Tank Bigsby Tank Bigsby. Hey, but Tank Bigsby was actually a better prospect coming out than Jahmyr Gibbs. So just let that sink in.
I just think Tank Bigsby is for the tough yards. I don't think he's gonna get him because he's just a home run hitter. Now, Kendrick Miller from TCU is a tough running back. That's another strong running back. Of course, Charbonnet is that could pair well. Sean Tucker, great year at great career as he's a home run hitter as well. But I don't think he's going to get the tough yards. So I need a guy that's going to get tough yards and have some explosion. So Charbonnet or Kendrick Miller are my top choices of running backs. The rest of them, I think, are just home run hitters.
Hey, JC, who's your interior defensive line right now?
You already picked your defensive line.
Yeah, we already picked your defensive line. I mean,
you got Derrick Brown. That's it. You already got Derrick Brown.
No, bro. I wouldn't even go there.
But my position of double dipping is
I say we figure it out. We just figure it out with this line position.
Line is not as bad as you think your defensive line is already. The defensive
line. My position double dipping would be I would get Ika and Brown and figure it out, or I would get Drew Sanders right here and call it a day.
Drew Sanders is not going to add to your physicality of defense.
That's why this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. We're going. I'm gonna agree with Coach on this one because you know what I'm saying. We was the majority on the first pick. You know what I mean. We went to go get out Osiris Torrance. So I'm gonna believe what Coach Marv is saying, even though I'm hard pressed to go Drew Sanders, bro.
Who is your quarterback?
But man, this right here is a big call right here. Do you want to stick at linebacker, Coach Marv?
Yeah, because if you get Drew Sanders, I don't think they're gonna draft Drew Sanders because you're gonna play Drew Sanders where you need to play Parsons where he's gonna give you better production.
But now you
so Cam Jones is the guy. He's rated a little bit down. I'm not sure we can possibly get this guy in the third. But if this is a guy that we're banking the table for, then we probably got to go get him now. Say it again. Cornerbacks. Clark Phillips. I mean, we got some talent here. Stevenson, Eli Ricks. I think Eli Ricks had like some. Wasn't he a transfer from LSU? And he had like some stuff that was going on within the school. I've read some stuff on him, bro.
That's one of my top corners, Eli Ricks, because he's a big guy from Alabama. Very good measurables and very good in press coverage. Him or Stevenson from Miami, Florida. Stevenson. He's a very physical guy. I like him. I think those two guys would be a corner that I would love to get because they won't come in saying that they got to play now and they're going to be the replacement for Gilmore because I don't think Gilmore playing no more than 1 to 2 years. I think he got a lot of other stuff he wants.
I just think about it, man. I want this team to be able to get impact players now, man.
My final vote. Zach Charbonnet, because the Cowboys are best when they run the football, and our running back room is slim right now. I would pick Zach.
All right, we gotta make a pick, y'all. We on the clock, man.
All right, let's go. Y'all, we can go with Charbonnet. There may be a good wide receiver on the board. Wide receiver now.
All right, we can go ahead and get Charbonnet then. All right, hold on.
Only thing I don't like about Charbonnet is that
he's the best on the board, bro. He's the best offensive player on the board.
And Ronald Jones is a better back than what y'all think he is. He is. That is.
Oh no.
We took away his nickname last week, Coach Marv.
Who was that?
All right, man. With the 58
bad running back.
In the 2023 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Zach Charbonnet. All right, Rob, go ahead and do a quick breakdown on him. We gotta get to this third round, man.
Well, so he's a physical boy. He's big, and I feel like he's just a perfect guy with Tony Pollard. He's not quite Bijan Robinson, but he's the same size. He's 6'1", 220, right? He can get you your tough yards, right? Especially if that's his role. Like if he specializes in that role, he can be the Zeke of 12 touchdowns and 13 to 14 first downs, right? He can get you tough yards with a little bit more explosiveness, right? And he's young, right? Second round running back. You got him 4 years. He's going to be cheap, right? You're not getting your running back. You're not getting your expensive running back in the first round, right? I like Zach a lot. Zach with Tony, that's a nice combination because we know Tony's not carrying the ball 20 times a game, right? We know this, so we need a complimentary running back who could touch the rock, right? So I like Zach Charbonnet a lot.
I got one question for y'all, right?
Yes, sir.
When Robert Jones had opportunities, how did he play?
All right. He played all right. He was all right.
Mm-hmm.
Played very good. Right. Because he played with teams that didn't specialize running football in his last 3 years.
That's true. But he also hasn't gotten the opportunity because he's just all right. He couldn't beat out a 7th round running back last year, right? For Kansas City. And then the Bucs cut him for Leonard Fournette because he had a fumbling problem, right? Ronald Jones can tote the rock. His best year was only like 1,000 yards, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, I think he's a camp body. He might not even make it to the beginning of the season, Coach.
Well, it's gonna be good because I'm happy about that.
A lot of people we watch names and not watch really football. And football players, we say the guy that runs for 700 some yards, and he only runs for 1,000 yards. When you run a coming back system, 1,000 yards is pretty good.
He ran the 1,000 yards before Lenny was there. Before Leonard Fournette was there, right? Before Tom got there, right? And then he kind of fell off after that. But like they brought in Leonard Fournette because Ronald Jones wasn't the man because he was fumbling, right? I don't know. That's just my take. I could be wrong.
Yeah, but it's gonna be good, man. I think we made a good decision, guys. You got the running back, and we got the defensive tackle with that trade. We got the offensive lineman. I think, Osiris Torrance. So we're trying to build the trenches. We're trying to get this thing right.
If we really get Derek Brown for that, that's.
I'm feeling good.
That's really good.
That's why we had to do trade back this time. It was a good night. Such a good live streaming night, man. I'm so glad this has been so good. So let's get to third. Was it third or fourth? Third round?
Let's get third round.
Okay.
So right now, I believe we need to go impact.
All right.
Or linebacker again. Where did Dejon Henley go? And
I'm trying to figure out what the heck they doing right now. Hold on, y'all, because it's not like it's draft. Go ahead. Let's talk, bro. Yeah, you good.
No. So now we got our defensive tackle, our offensive guard, our running back. Right.
Is your Mississippi receiver there?
All right, we running it right now. It was on pause for some reason, but now it's straight now.
Is look and see if your guy out of Mississippi, the receiver, is still there?
Mingo.
Okay.
We coming up. His physical style, man. He gives a very physical style of catch radius.
Yeah, I like him too, Coach.
I'm trying to see why I paused. I mean, we're getting to the 90. I don't know what's going on here. Hold on. Damn. No, this has been good.
It froze on you.
Yeah, it might have because I paused. It paused for some reason. I hope it didn't, man, because this was really good, man. Damn.
All right, well, I mean, we're close enough. You know what I'm saying? Let's just
close enough.
We can just try to see. We can just talk it out real quick.
This draft right here, somebody's going to give us a pick. Give us that. I'm gonna say this right quick before we go. That shows us that teams would throw in a player with a draft pick to move up. That tells us that we may do the same thing to get a pick, or move up a little bit, or to get something by throwing in Dorance Armstrong. Dorance Armstrong is on the block, and the block is counting for Dorance Armstrong because they're not signing him to a long-term deal. He understands that. My sources tell me that he really squawking about that he wants money, and I think that
he's a good player. He's a good player. I really like him.
The problem with him is that his run defense and setting the edge was very, very lacking this year. And that hurt out, that compromised our defense. And you got even better. You got better run support on setting the edge from Fowler, as well as Sam Williams that you got from Dorance Armstrong. If the Cowboys draft a defensive end in this draft, they're gonna want his snaps to go to someone else. So they're gonna utilize Dorance Armstrong as a guy that they're gonna shop around. If they can get a 4th round pick for him, or a 3rd round pick, if they can get that 75 pick from Atlanta, if Atlanta finally bites on it, then you may see us trade up, maybe move up some stock because we can give that 3rd round pick at some capital and still keep our draft picks, JC. So keep most of our draft picks, but we got something we can throw into a move to maybe move up some to get somebody. And I think Dorance Armstrong might be that piece that we want. And I believe they're doing Dorance Armstrong, Gallimore, as well as they may have
Jordan Lewis.
Jordan Lewis on the block because they may want to do that. The only reason they hadn't cut Jordan Lewis, I don't think not cut Jordan Lewis, but you can't cut him until the doctor say he's fully healthy from the Liz Frank, because then you're gonna have to pay some injury settlement money. So they're trying to make sure that they're healthy first, and then they can make some moves there to get what they want. So business
is business, Rob. Business is business.
This is business, baby.
Right. You're gonna hold off. You're gonna say make him feel like he's wanted, keep his locker there, let him see the trainers and talk about what the scheme for him next year until the doctor says, oh, he's fully healthy. And then you're gonna call him to the office. Yeah.
Hey, Coach Marv, Coach Marv, hey, I gotta get a chair like you, homie.
Look, we got to do this again.
It's killing me right now. I need a chair like that.
I'm about to pass out, man. It's been so good, man. I cannot wait to the draft. Coach Marv, hopefully you can be able to link with us again, man. We stay connected, man, because you always got some good thoughts. Bring good content, man. You definitely can get on anytime, man. Got to show you some love. I appreciate y'all so much. This was a good live stream tonight. The first part had my guy on, and then we finished it off with a bang, bro. That's everything, man, when it comes down to Cowboys, man. Cowboys for life, guys.
Yeah, man. I think I like to tell you thank you, man. Thank you, man, JC, and y'all, man, for having me out here, man. Rob, thank you, man. I don't be going at you, man. We just talking football, man. I tell you what, I appreciate the show that y'all had Jordan's grandfather on. That shows a family structure that's been supporting their youth, and it's important because those are the things that's going to be important for these young men that's coming in the draft in this next week, that be successful and to have a solid career and be great men, grow into great men. And that's great that you can bring that to the show. And anytime you have somebody in their family, bring them on, man, and give them the exposure, because they are the real reason why these kids, their young people are doing well.
Right, man. And that's why I say, man, Cowboys for life, man. We're going to stick together. We're going to keep bringing more people on. Hopefully Trayvon Diggs, his family members, he can get on and all that, man. It's going to be, we got a long road, but we off to a good start now. And I appreciate you guys so much. I can't wait to the draft. We're going to turn up, y'all.
Man, y'all have safe travels there, man.
All right, man. Y'all turn up, man. We'll talk to y'all soon.
All right.
Later.
All right, y'all. Gone.